She's been a super senior in many ways for the Luther College North softball team, and she's helped her team get back to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 5 years. Kendra Cooper, the senior out of Key High, joining us to preview the tournament. And Kendra, you decided to take your COVID fifth year this year. What went into that decision? And obviously, it's worked out, at least on the field, pretty darn well.
Yeah. I had not really thought about it much last year during the season, and then got done with the conference tournament and kind of just looked back on my last 4 years and wasn't really satisfied with not really my play, but like more of my view on the game and everything, and just wanted to get back to where I was and having joy playing again. So I decided to put a lot of work in mentally and physically, and in hopes that I could get back out on the field enjoying it just as much as I used to. So, and that's where I'm at. So it's awesome.
And you mentioned that took a lot of mental and physical effort. How do you go about approaching that? Because we can talk about it takes mental and physical effort, but from the outside looking in, we don't understand what you go through to get to that point. What all went into that?
Yeah, it took a lot. I ended up seeing a sports psychologist. Started that in August, and I've seen him ever since. Every like couple of weeks, I see him, and he's kind of been the best thing for me. Just kind of making me realize that there's more to just being a softball player, and I don't have to put all the pressure on myself, and just kind of helped me find the love of the game again, just enjoying my teammates and playing the game.
And you mentioned the joy that you get from coming just to the ballpark every day and playing softball. My industry does a lousy job. We look at what your statistics are and what your team accomplishments, and we correlate that with joy, but there's a lot deeper to that than that. How would you explain the love that you've regained for this game?
Yeah, I think a lot of people do look at the statistics and whether we do make postseason and all that stuff, but really at the end of the day, that's not really what matters. You're not going to remember what games you won or lost and all that. You're just going to remember the times with your teams, the bus rides and the dugout and everything like that. And I think this team has just really helped me also find the joy for this game again. They're incredible. They're so much fun to be around. So to get to postseason and to get to play for another week with this team is just kind of the best part. It's fun to win. Everybody loves to win. But again, I just think it's just all about having fun with these girls. So.
And what has made this a special group, and how has that helped you become a successful group on the field?
Yeah, I think we have worked really, really hard to just create a family atmosphere, and we have worked hard to get to know each other on a much more deeper level. And there's also just a great connection between the coaches and the players, and we just know we have each other's backs, and we're just a family. So I just think that's really helped us get to where we are today.
As far as your play on the field, your statistics throughout your career have been pretty darn good. You surpassed the 500 strikeout total last weekend in the victory against Central, but you've taken your game to another level this year. What do you credit that to, other than what you just mentioned?
Yeah, I think it is a big part of my success is the mental part. I think in the past I have let just one hit or one run scored off of me just kind of break me down, and now it's just like I don't let that get to me, and I know that my teammates have my back, and I trust in them, I trust in my coaches, and I trust in my training, and I just go out there and try to have fun and do what I can for the team to get a win.
You look back at your career as a whole, what have you learned about yourself by being a collegiate student athlete that will help you as you go into the next phase of life, which hopefully is about 3-4 weeks from now?
Yeah. I would say I've learned a lot about myself. Just kind of really growing into the person that I am. And I know that I want to be around sports. That's the big thing that I've learned about myself, and hopes to be a strength and conditioning coach in the near future. And so yeah, I think it's just helped me learn more about like what an athlete needs and wants from coaches, and hopefully my experience helps me better myself as a future coach.
And again, focusing on the field end of things, the last time Luther was in an NCAA tournament, you were sitting in the stands watching your sister down
Yeah.
in Oklahoma City. Do some of those memories, did that kind of help you motivate to help get this program back to, frankly, where it belongs?
Yeah, for sure. I remember going to Oklahoma City and sitting and watching Courtney play, and I wanted nothing more than to be out there with her. So I remember being recruited too, and going to regional tournaments and just like dreaming of those moments. So it's definitely been a goal of mine to get to postseason, and 5 years later, finally getting here, it's pretty awesome. And yeah, it's been a great journey.
And you've touched on this a little bit, but as cool as getting to the postseason, as cool as all the success that you've had on the field, is it that you've had this year? Is it that much cooler just to get to spend another week with this group of individuals? Is that kind of primary and maybe the main thing at this time of year?
Yes, of course. I think I said that to my dad the other day. I was just like, I don't really, I mean, I'm excited to go play softball with these girls, but I'm just so excited to get to spend another week with them. I can't get enough of them, and I'm not ready to be done with them. So that's kind of the best part, is just to get to go to practice with them today and yesterday and tomorrow, and just to get to spend more time with them.
Of course, the selection show was Monday. You weren't the automatic qualifier. You probably felt pretty good about getting in, but you never know for sure. How good did it feel seeing Luther come up on the screen on Monday?
Yeah, it was really cool. We actually, I've never done a selection show, so we had a lot of questions on like how it worked and everything. But it was pretty fun to be there with my teammates and get to see our name pop up and get to celebrate with them. It was really, really fun.
Going back to your high school career and into your collegiate career, let's say there's a kid like you, maybe thinking about wanting to play college sports. What advice would you give a young person like that?
I think going back, um, I think just trying to put in perspective that the high school game is a lot different than the college game. I think I came in with success in high school, and then coming into college, it's like kind of a wake up call. And if you put in the work and don't give up, I think you can get to the point that you are finding the same success that you were in high school. But I think just not settling for where you're at, but putting in the work to be successful at this level too.
And what do you learn about yourself and how do you grow through that process that you just mentioned?
Yeah, I think you learn a lot from your failures. I think coming in, freshman year, I didn't do what I wanted to do, but you learn most from your failures, and I had to accept that I wasn't this great pitcher anymore. Like I was pretty average, and so I just had to put the work in, and it's kind of what I did year in and year out, and in the off season. And so you learn a lot about yourself, I think, most from the failures. So yeah.
And we've talked about softball enough, but obviously you will go on to the next step in your life here in a few weeks. You touched on it a little bit, but what's next for Kendra Cooper?
Yeah, this summer I'm gonna be coaching Key High softball again with Liz. They're practicing right now already, but I haven't been able to go, obviously. But I'm so excited to get back with that team, and just bring my knowledge of the game and love of the game to them. And then after that, I'm hoping just to find a coaching job somewhere. I'm not really sure yet where, but just kind of keeping my eyes open for that.
And yeah, I know you've been able to stay connected to the Key High softball program, obviously something very close to you. How special has that connection been, even as a college student athlete?
Yeah, Ki made a huge impact on my life, obviously, and that program, and always have a special place in my heart. So being able to give back to them and that community is just means so much to me. And I love coaching those girls. They're super fun to be around, and just trying to give them what I have and what I've learned over the years is all I can ask for. So
Well, Kendra, congratulations on a great season off the on and off the field as you move on to the next step. Hopefully, here in a few weeks. I know you'll give back to the game that you love so much, and I know you'll make a difference in a lot of young people's lives when kids like you get into coaching. Congrats on a great season. Best of luck to you here in the NCAA tournament.
thank you very much.
Kendra Cooper, Luther College pitcher, as the Norse get ready for the Oshkosh Regional this weekend.